This afternoon we have something very special we want to announce to you. Our slogan is Believe in Games, and the project is called German All-Stars. And we are working on a game that is called Red Black Fate.
Usually game making in this day and age is about target groups, marketing, speed, monetization, business development, all that stuff. And we all have to do that all the time anyway. So we said, fuck that. We're not going to continue to do that all the time, only because we all got into games because they were fun. Remember when they were just fun, really fun to do and fun to play? And we want something back that we lost somehow along the way of fighting to be a developer in this day and age.
That was basically really the idea that we said, okay, it's really a bad situation for game developers. I mean, they can make great products, but they are under a lot of pressure to do it the exact way that whatever the publisher demands it, the marketing demands it, whatever. So, as Jan to my right just said, we wondered if there's maybe another way to do things together and really say, is it really competition in Germany? I mean, let's be serious. How big is the German developer industry compared to other countries? But what about if we will really do something together instead of like everybody's doing something on their own? And so we just met and said, yeah, why not? Why not create something together? And then we said, yeah, because it's so difficult and we need to make contracts, and we said, yeah, but that's just the problem. Let's just try to say, let's just do it. And that's what we thought was the spirit when everybody on this table, I think, on this panel, started with games development. They said, yeah, I don't know about games, whatever. I finished school, I finished university, I finished nothing, but I want to make games, so I just do it. And this is what we said, yeah, why not? And surprisingly, like everybody on this table said, why not? That's a cool idea.
The basic idea is we've got 6 different studios. All of them will create something, and we want to do away with the limitations of the usual games industry. So we're not looking for the publishing side. We're not looking for the monetization side. We want to create a game, and we try to make it as good as possible. And we also want to do something different with our game. We have a common idea, which is why it's called Red Black Fate, that will sort of unite our games. But every studio can make a different game, every studio can have a different vision, and we can be original, we can be, we're not tied to the usual small spaces that as a developer we're forced to fit into. And so we think our game should be different. It doesn't necessarily need to be the biggest product, it doesn't need to be the best graphics ever, and we don't have multiple gazillion of dollars to do it, but we want it to be different, and that's the main task that we all set up for. With whatever resources we have, and as core developers, they aren't really that big, we just make a great game with a good idea, and that is why it's called Red Black Fate.
Let's try an episodic experience where everybody can make their own interpretation of the same topic, the same story, and we connect that together. And maybe some of you know movies like 4 Rooms or Night on Earth, or maybe even From Dusk Till Dawn. Just movies where different producers or different directors create one project together, but everybody's doing it on their own way. But still, it's connected somehow. It's got the same topics, and in our case, maybe you will even find out more about the games of the others if you play the games of the other studios. And so the idea was really to mix that. Everybody can do whatever they want and what they can do with their technology, so there's really just like no limit, but we want to influence each other. Like maybe you could say you would do with the jam session where there are different musicians and they just react on the stuff the others do, but of course everybody has their own way and their own style and their own experience to do stuff. And we thought this is a cool thought, and why not use it in something where everybody's doing their stuff, but we do it together in the end.
Well, basically an episode of Red Black Fate is, each episode will be a different gameplay experience, and the core idea in every game almost, since Super Mario chased Donkey Kong for the princess, is boy meets girl, girl gets stoned by 800-pound gorilla, boy gets girl back. Usually, everybody has experienced that, especially the gorilla thing. And what we want to do is we take that basic thing. So there's red, which is the hero. There's black, which is the enemy. There's fate, which is something that you need to get. This is, you can almost describe like 80% of the games out there with that formula. But we want to do something different with it. Every studio has that basic formula, every studio can do something radically different with that basic formula. And since there's always going to be an end and a beginning to every part of whatever studio does every episode, the story will continue this way. But it won't be a story that's necessarily linear, and it won't be a story that ends with you jumping over a lot of different barrels to get the princess. Maybe you marry the gorilla in the end. That's up to us basically, and we'll find out from each other what they have thought is a good idea. So the decision is always about the fate of red and black.
We're not so strictly bound to marketing plans and the cycles of consoles or Christmas sales for this project, because we just want to make a cool thing, and we think it will be appreciated no matter when and exactly how it's distributed. But of course, we need to set a timeline for ourselves, because we want to do it some time. And so we said 2014 should be the year where we want to release it. And yeah, we'll self-fund that. Our idea is to get also a crowdfunding platform together, not only for some additional funding for implementing maybe some more ideas, but also to just get in touch with more people where we see they think it's cool, the project is cool, they want to know more about it, and we get to know those people and we can talk to them. We'll share a significant amount for a charity project, and not only like give away some money to help people, but to really support one specific project. And what we're currently thinking of is there are people like us who started creating games, which is very, very hard to do, and you need to learn a lot. And there are many countries in the world where it's just not possible to be educated in that way to start production of something, whatever, creative. And our idea was to maybe fund something like this, contribute to the funding of maybe a higher level school or university in countries where this is really not such a widespread thing as we have the luck to have it in Germany.
We've got a couple of creators, which is really the guys here, the companies that represented here. We've got a couple of people that want to support us, but they don't do their own full game. So this is what we call contributors. An example is Trailer Moon, who worked graceful enough to do this wonderful trailer for us. Thank you, Frank, again. And Daedalic, who are doing sound for us for free, basically. So everybody who's contributed to this project has contributed something without getting anything in return. Which is the spirit in which we are all working, because we're not, hopefully we'll all get obscenely rich on top of it, because we're doing good games ourselves anyway. But the idea is not to get rich. The idea is to do something that's interesting and great, and in the spirit of the original games industry. So that is what contributors are for. And of course, if you don't want to contribute something specific, you can always be a supporter. This is what the crowdfunding on Kickstarter probably would be for. So people can support us in giving money or in just spreading the word. It's going to be whatever we make it. It's not one, it's the episodes aren't, it's not like, because we've got a lot of adventure studios here, it's going to be an adventure. Every studio has their own take on what they're going to do, and we're going to release information on that when we're a bit further advanced. But it's basically really the idea is you don't know exactly what you're getting, because even if you think it's an adventure, it might be something completely different. And we're definitely, every studio has complete freedom about the episode that it does. It's not country specific. It's just for us now, it's easier to do it in Germany. But if that thing takes off, we're happy to do Polish All-Stars, Russian All-Stars, Indian All-Stars, and whatever All-Stars.
European All-Stars.
Cross-global All-Stars, Martian All-Stars. Since we're all doing this basically without any funding other than our own, we wanted sooner rather than later. I think we said somewhere around October. Usually for Kickstarter you need to do a little preparation. Some of the companies we have here already had a Kickstarter running, so we have a bit of an advantage there. But we also want to see the momentum. Basically, we will go into Kickstarter if there is enough positive reaction now. If everybody hates the idea already, maybe Kickstarter is not the best idea then, but we're confident that it's actually something that resonates with people that like games.
Thank you all so very much.
So, thank you.